Okay, hi everybody. So today I'm going to be briefly showing you guys how to do a swapping of wrapped MATIC to MATIC via the smart contract itself. So I've never done this before, but our friend Aaron was explaining it. So usually we use websites like QuickSwap or ParaSwap or whatever, right? So this is a very simple, easy way to do it because the UI UX is easy to use, right? But you can actually use the smart contract itself, right? The code itself to swap, which is actually a more advanced way of doing things, and hopefully all of us can learn how to do it together. So first step, you have to connect to MetaMask and make sure you're on the MATIC network, right? So I'm going to use my Brave browser to do that. Open my MetaMask, and I believe I'm already connected. Yeah, so you can see I'm already connected on MATIC mainnet, right? I've got two wrapped MATIC, so I'm going to be focusing on this one. I want to convert this into MATIC, right? So how I would usually do it, as I showed earlier, is using QuickSwap. Okay, QuickSwap.exchange, that's the right one. Right, so on QuickSwap, what I would do is I would select my wrapped MATIC, WMATIC, okay, and 2 to 2. So I could just unwrap it. It costs like a fraction of a cent, and I would have now 6 MATIC here, right? So this is the standard way of doing it. But one of our friends, Stephanie, had some issues using QuickSwap. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it via the smart contract itself, right? So in order to do that, what we need to do is we need to go to Polygon Scan. So we want to find the smart contract for WMATIC. Now Polygon Scan is similar to Ethereum Scan. It's like Ethereum Etherscan, sorry. It is a blockchain explorer, right? So everything that's happening on the Polygon network is going to be displayed here. Now, I used to think you can just select the token like that and you can just search, but it won't actually find anything. Also, I noticed when I click wrapped MATIC, there are like a bunch of different addresses that appear here, right? There's Aave wrapped MATIC and stuff like that. So it depends on which address you're really looking for. If you're not sure which is the right address, here's the easiest way to do it. So this could be the right address, I'm not sure, right? So the easiest way to do it is to go to CoinGecko, and under CoinGecko you can find the right address. So type WMATIC here. So sometimes you need there's a lot of scam links and scam addresses and scam tokens. You don't want to get scammed. So go here. It says Explorer Polygon Scan. So obviously CoinGecko has done its research. They know it's the right one to use, right? So this is the one I want to be using, the one from CoinGecko, because then I'm assured that this is correct. So to do that, find the WMATIC contract via CoinGecko. Okay. And once you're here, so this Polygon Scan says token wrapped MATIC. Here's the contract address, right? And all the other details we don't need to go into. But what we want is we want to go to this contract address. Okay, so I'm going to click on the contract address. So click contract address. Okay, now here we're going to look at the contract in detail. Right? So if you look here, it says contract. Yeah, I'm going to click on contract. And this is basically going to be the source code and stuff. I'm not going to go into the whole code. I don't need to. This is the part for developers to understand. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to go here, which is read contract. Right? So I'm going to click read contract. And then I'm going to go all the way down, so I know it's wrapped MATIC, total supply, and so on. I'm going to go to input address. Right? So number 4, which is the balance of input address. So here, let's just, write that down. Go to contract and then read contract. Go to contract and then read contract and then go to number 4. Okay, so how do we read this? So basically what this is like a layout that's easier for us to understand, right? So it's saying that I want to know the balance of this particular address, and query means asking a question. So I'm asking the contract to tell me what's the balance in this address. Okay, does that make sense? Now, what address is it? It's my MetaMask address. So I have to go to my MetaMask, copy my address, put it here, click query, which is like asking a question. Okay, ta-da, so I got my balance here. Now, actually, you can ignore all the other zeros that are meaningless to us. What we're caring about here is the number 2, right? It's really that we care about. But for the sake of simplicity, you can actually just copy the whole thing, even though it looks like 2 quintillion or whatever it is, how many zeros there are. It doesn't actually matter. It will still read how much you actually have. Okay. So let's just type that in. Okay, input your answer, yeah. Okay, so now that I've copied the answer here, I will now go to, so I basically what I want to do is I want to swap these two wrapped MATIC into MATIC. So I go now to write contract. So under write contract, first you have to connect to Web3, right? You can see up here, it's red, we need to make it green. Okay, there'll be a notification, just click OK, it's connected, okay? Okay, we go down to number 3, withdraw. So although it says withdraw, what we're actually doing is swapping. So we're going to paste that in, and we're going to click the word write. And this should open up, yeah, you can see it open up my MetaMask, and everything's here. You can read all the stuff here, how much is the fee and all. Click confirm. Okay, you can then view a transaction. It will take a few seconds before it's been included, it will be reflected in a short while. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to now write those instructions down. Go to write contract. And you want to, okay, first connect to Web3 wallet. In this case, I connected to MetaMask. Okay, and you have to make sure the circle turns from red to green, so you know it's connected. Because there was once I tried to connect, I didn't connect properly. Then go to number 3, which is withdraw. Go to number 3, which says withdraw, and paste the answer from the number 4 balance of query. Okay. You can view a transaction if you want. As you can see, it is a success. Right? Transfer to MATIC from this to this. So it considers it a transfer. We would call it, a swap under most circumstances. And how do I check? So these two, it should be 2 plus the current MATIC, which I had was 4. So I should have 6 MATIC in my wallet. So if I open my MetaMask, there you can see 6 MATIC, right? And 0 wrap MATIC. So this has been transferred here, or swapped, as we might say. Okay. So then check your MATIC balance in MetaMask. Congratulations! You have interacted with a smart contract. So this is also my first time doing it. If there are any mistakes, let me know. But I think it's fairly straightforward, and thank you very much, Aaron, for explaining it. There we go. You are now an advanced DeFi contract interactor.